Good morning. This is Randy from Randy's Crafty Creations, and I wanted to come to you today to show you how to make this quick, simple, yet elegant card. It seems to be my theme lately, but you know what? You can't beat it. So this is made with our Bird Ballard suite and our Free as a Bird stamp set. So I want to show you something in our catalog. In our new catalog, towards the front, this is actually on page 8. But where does it start? I think it starts the page before that. Starts page 4. Okay, so in the front of the book, it'll show you our bundles. Okay, so this is the Free as the Bird bundle, and it comes with the Bird Ballard stamp set and the dies, the stitch nested label dies. And then it references a page number. So if I go to page 91, I'm going to see that you can also get this in a suite with everything that you need. The Free as a Bird stamp set, the dies, the designer series paper, the laser cut cards in tin, which is what we're using for this video, the scallop lace trim, and the Bird Ballard trinkets. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that. So I'm making this card today using the lace note cards that are in this tin. So first off, this is a great tin. It's really pretty. So you could go ahead and make all these cards, put them in here, and give the whole tin as a gift if you wanted to. But it comes with 12 note cards. All right, we're going to use one of those today, and 12 envelopes. And we're going to use one of those as well. And I like the back of the envelope. It's got the little scallop on it. But you could go ahead and make them up, like I said, put them in the tin, give them as a gift, or give the tin with just the cards as a gift, or just go ahead and buy it for yourself and make the cards. They're nice. They're already scored. They're in very vanilla. Okay, and it makes a really nice card. So we're going to work with that today. We're also going to decorate the envelope. I just did it nice and simple. But for our card, I took a piece of designer series paper and adhered it to the inside. And then when you open it up, you have this pretty, bird background, and you can write your sentiment and such in there. Or you could put a piece of Whisper White over top of it and cover it if you had a lot to say. But I just thought it made a really pretty card with this piece of DSP behind it. All right, we're going to be using the Free as a Bird stamp set, and we're going to be using this stamp here, this stamp for the envelope, and hello. I did forget to put my sentiment on here, and I had put it all together, but we're going to stamp the little hello right in there in the one we're making today. We're going to use 2 punches. We've got our leaf punch and our sprig punch. We're going to be punching out of some old olive and some vellum, which I have down here with my designer series paper. I already cut out using our stitched nested label dies. I already cut out 2 pieces, one in Whisper White and one in Petal Pink, and I cut them out the exact same size. Okay, and I have them the exact same size here. I just wanted a slight layer, and then when I put the sprigs in, you don't even notice that there's a cut on this end and this end. So I'll show you how I did that. All right, so let's go ahead and go on with the supplies. I am using my Memento Tuxedo black ink for my black because that's what we're going to use to color when we use our blends. I'm using my Stampin' Up! Rococo Rose ink pad, and that's going to be for the envelope and to stamp the sentiment hello. So I'm just going to set that first aside for a second. To color, I'm going to be using light and dark Rococo Rose. I'm going to be using light soft suede. I'm going to be using light and dark balmy blue. I'm going to be using light granny green, and I am using dark daffodil delight for my coloring. All right, so I already have my stamps mounted. So let's go ahead and stamp our birds on that one. So I'm just going to go ahead and ink up my stamp. So I'm going to do that first. And I'm going to stamp my birds right on here. All right, let's try that again. So I've cut out another one, and I used my stitch nested label dies, and I keep mine in one of my stamp cases. So I cut out another one. Let's go ahead and stamp that again. This time I'm going to stand up. I was trying to sit down to do this video because I color better when I'm sitting, but clearly I stamp better and film better when I'm standing. So got that all inked up. Let's go ahead and stamp that down. Make sure the ink transfers. Much better. All right. Note to self, stand while stamping. Works for me. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get out my Rococo Rose before I forget and stamp my hello at the bottom. There we go. That's what I wanted. All right. And you know, while we're stamping, let's go ahead and do the envelope. And I'm just going to go ahead and place a piece of scrap underneath my flap because I'm probably going to go over when I stamp with my flower. So I'm just stamping flowers on here. And it doesn't really matter to me where I put them. I just want to decorate the envelope. Just give it that pretty extra touch of something. I think I want one more. And I want it right there. There. All right, so now my envelope is done and ready to go as well. So we're just going to go ahead and set that aside. But we are now all done stamping. So I can go ahead and move my ink. All right. I'm going to go ahead and set this aside, and I'm going to start to color. Now, I didn't really do any major blending except on my birds. So for my birds, I went ahead and I highlighted the areas that are highlighted in the stamp. So I just went over with some of my balmy, that's wing, but that's leaf. With my dark balmy blue, I just went over the areas that had the shading lines in it already on the stamp. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get my light balmy blue and I'm just going to color that in and blend it together. I'm going to make myself some little bluebirds. I'm not going to get the beaks because I'm going to do the beaks in the yellow. So there's my birds. I'm gonna get my Daffodil Delight, and I'm gonna use the bullet point side because I just want to stay inside the beak. And if I go out of the lines a little bit, it's not a big deal, but I don't like to go out of the lines. All right, I'm going to use my soft suede for my branch. All right, I'm going to use my Granny Apple Green for my leaves. And I could shade them, but I just did them in one color. They're small enough for me. And I already have the detail lines in them from the stamp. So I'm just going to just color them in with no shading. Alrighty. Oh, missed one. All right, I think I got them. Nope. All right, did I get them all this time? I think I did. All right, my flowers are going to be in light and dark Rococo Rose. So what I'm going to do with the dark first is I'm going to do the little flower centers. Okay, and you barely have to touch them because they're very tiny. And then I'm going to take my light Rococo Rose and go over the rest of the flower. And we are, believe it or not, almost done with this card. All we're going to have to do is put it on the card front. All right, so there's that. All right, I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to cut it in half. get my trimmer. Stampin' Up's coming out with a new trimmer this year. I can't wait to see what it is and use it, but for now I'm still going to use my trusty Fiskars. All right, go ahead and get my snail adhesive, put some adhesive here and some adhesive here. All right, and I'm going to attach it to the back of this, and I'm going to make sure more that the top lines up than the sides, because like I said, we're going to put the sprigs in and you won't even notice the split. And then this way we get just a teeny tiny border, which is what I wanted. All right, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna get my leaf punch, and I'm gonna punch, sorry, I'm gonna get my sprig punch. That's what I did in the green. And I'm gonna punch 2 of these. 1 and 2. All right, put that away. Let me get my piece of vellum. And out of my vellum, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to punch my leaves. You can see that I've already made a bunch of these. All right, so they're there. All right, so that is that. And then I'm going to cut my piece of designer series paper. So I'm going to cut my paper at 4 by 5 1/4. And I want it that way because I want it to fit on the inside of that card. So I already have a piece here. And on the back, remember, it has the birds. This is already 4. So we cut it now at 5 1/4. And I'm going to save this piece because we'll use it for something else later. All right, so this is the piece that I'm going to be gluing to the inside here. All right, I'm going to take my Tombow liquid glue. And I'm going to put a piece of scrap paper down. And I'm going to get my Tombow and I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. I want to make sure that's facing the right way. On the inside of my card. Just in some areas. Now I could use sponge technique and really get the glue on here with my sponge. But this worked fine for me on the other one. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to glue that down. And like I said, I'm going to pay attention to the inside since there you're going to see that, and the outside will take care of itself. All right. So I glued that down and there we go. All right. What you're probably asking, what else is going to hold that design to the front? Well, I'm going to sit and I'm going to put dimensionals on it, so it'll hold just fine. Alrighty. So now I'm going to go ahead and take my snail adhesive, and I'm going to put some here on this end, okay, and here on this end, because this is where I'm going to stick my sprigs. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and take one of my sprigs with a leaf, and I'm just kind of sort of overlap them a little bit because I want, stop it. Okay, there we go. Want to make it look like it has some dimension in it. All right, and on this side, I'm going to put them on. I'm going to face them down. Okay, and on this side, I'm going to put them on and face them up. So let me go ahead and intertwine them again, and you can watch me fumble. Okay. So those are facing down. These we want to face up. And it's just going to give it a little something extra. Okay, it sticks out just a little bit, so I'm just going to twist it. All right, great. Let me get some dimensionals. That'll help us secure these sprigs as well. Okay, I don't know what happened with that one. Let's try, there we go, much better. Okay, and I'm going to put a lot of dimensionals on this. Why am I putting a lot of dimensionals on? Well, because this is the way I'm hiding my gluing. right? So I glued that down very gently, but I'm going to go ahead and use dimensionals to hold the whole center of it down. So I'm using more than I normally would, but it's serving a dual purpose. All right, so let's pull the backings off. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up, starting in July is our bonus days. For every $50 that you spend, you earn a $5 bonus to come off your order in August. These are stackable. So you spend $50, you get $5. You spend $100, you get $10. You spend $150, and so on and so forth. And all that information will be on my Facebook page, Randy's Crafty Creations on Facebook. Go ahead and put that there. But that starts July 1st. It's one of our bigger promotions, and definitely one that you don't want to miss out on. So there we have both our cards. I'm going to link the supplies that I used in the video below, and I would love it if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you would like to shop my page. It's randycollins.stampinup.net. You can follow me and see all my other creations on Randy's Crafty Creations on both Instagram and Facebook. So again, thank you for watching. I just wanted to show you how to make these quick cards that are nice and elegant because of the lace backgrounds. And I get to do some coloring too. So thanks again for watching. This is Randy from Randy's Crafty Creations, and have a great day.